Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. I'm sorry, I was supposed to be consistent with these videos, but I got sick as fuck. Like, I'm still sick. My chest so congested. I don't know. I'm sick or whatever. So yeah, but I'm back with another video. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be consistent 100. Anyways, please subscribe. But I don't want to ramble too much. But in the last story, I said, okay, yeah, I was going to tell seventh grade or whatever, and that was short or whatever because I didn't remember much. And I did kind of briefly go through, like, the backstory and the whole seventh grade situation from like school wise, but I forgot. So me taking time off and not recording these videos, good and a bad thing. I remembered that, like, Kalisha, that's not fucking it. Like, you remember like a big ass fucking part of the fucking stories. And I have a stepsister, and she is important in some of these stories, but at the same time, I'm not gonna really put her in these stories because I want to do a whole separate series on that. That's some fucking story times. So I got buku stuff coming for y'all, for real. But anyways, like, the main point of me saying all this is that I had this one friend that was like a big ass part of my fucking life, like in seventh grade. So, and I'm gonna bring him into, I don't do real names because I'm not putting nobody out. So I'm gonna name him James, and it's a boy, and he was like my best fucking friend. So at that time, so at the beginning of seventh grade, I was like staying kind of with my aunt. This is my mama moved, like, we moved to the projects, but we moved like maybe a few months into seventh grade. So I was staying with my aunt or whatever, and I would walk back and forth to school from her house. And sometimes when my aunt wasn't home, I would go to, James' grandmother was like family to us. Well, James was like family to me too, because I don't want to explain the whole situation, but like, they like play cousins to us basically. They're not his whole family. Like, we grew up with them. It's not like they're real cousins to us, but they play cousins. They stay down the street from my grandfather, but it's like even more like some of their cousins is my real cousins. I'm not gonna go in a whole tangent and explain that because it's a lot of explaining, but they not my cousins, but we grew up like cousins. But at the same time, I didn't know who the fuck James was. Like, he was kin of them, like real close, but I didn't know who he was. So I would walk over there sometimes, and James didn't live with his grandmother, but just about everybody, a buku of her grandchildren, like a lot of her grandchildren stayed with her, but at the same time, the ones that didn't stay with her, like, they still to this day get off the bus by her house or whatever from school, or like walk from school to her house. So it was just always, a lot of us over there. So I would go over there too, because that's like family, and especially if I was locked out, I would just go over there. So I would walk over there a lot because my aunt ended up, I don't know, she would pick up her child sometime from school, and my aunt was in school at the time too. That was before my mom moved. My mom was still staying in the country with her husband. That was like when they was finally like breaking up 100, like divorcing. So, oh, this is so long. I'm sorry, y'all, but I have to give y'all a backstory. I might break this up into two parts because it's a fucking lot. So, anyways, I would walk to her house, and I started realizing, like, I would see James around school, and I started realizing, like, James is going to our house all the time too. And I'm like, and come to find out, that was her grandchild too. And I'm like, wow, I knew y'all my whole life, and I never knew who James was, like, ever. So we would go over there, and I started walking over there a lot, like just about every day. I would just walk straight to her house after school, and she would be like, James, why you don't walk to school with her? And I was like, James had a different set of friends than me, and I was like with the white people, and he was, with other people. So it was like, we would walk sometimes we would walk in silence, sometimes I would be behind him, sometimes, we would just walk. But then we started walking together more, we started talking, like, And like we ended up getting kind of cool, so we would walk and talk about stuff like school and clown, and like I really didn't know him much, so like, so I said I joined band or whatever my 7th grade year, and come to find out he was in band too. So me and him was like, okay, we got off of practice, so we'll walk home together with that too, and you know, we was just getting close as friends, getting cool. So yeah, we was like real life friends outside of school plus in school. So we started fucking with each other heavy in school, and you know, I would be to his grandmother's house all the time, and he was over there every day after school. And my mama ended up, like I said, my mama ended up moving to the projects. That's like a little walk from where his grandmother's house is. So I would walk right there, and he would just go this way to his grandmother's house. So we would still walk together. We was like, he used to come to my house. My mama started seeing him. My mama like loved him because she knew who he was. Like, I always knew his older brothers, but I never knew him, you know, when I was younger. So my mama like knew who he was. My mom was like, she liked him. Like he would come to my house all the time. And my mama was strict as fuck. My mama didn't play that like with no boys or nothing. But with him, it was like, oh, that's like family. So he would come to the house all the time. But we knew we wouldn't kin. So it was like maybe a few weeks into us being friends. We weren't that close yet. And so he was to my house or whatever. And like, my mama just didn't care. Like, she would leave for work and she'd be like, oh, bye, James, bye, y'all, or whatever. And he would just be to our house. And one day he come, like, I think I was cleaning up or something. And he was like, yeah, so I heard you wanted to. He was so fucking stupid. He was like, yeah, I heard you wanted to fuck me. He was like, so what's up? I was like, I don't know where you heard that from, but not the truth. Like, we was cool, but not that fucking cool, James. But that was like the only instance or something like that. So I was just like, no. And we kept it fucking pushing. And after that, we was just like cousins / friends. Like, so James was a slick talker. Like, he was cool, like goofy. Like, to this day, he's so fucking funny. Like, I don't fuck with him now. But like, now that don't fuck with him like a static, you're like, oh, I don't fuck with him. But it's like, you know, we just don't talk. But like, still to this day, he's like a funny fucking person. Like, he could just make you laugh like a clown, like clown. So James being that clown that he is, buku girls would be like, you know, friendly and be around him. So, you know, that's fine by me, like, cool. But sometime in school, you know, them girls that would be around him, I didn't fuck with too heavy. So this bitch Lily, I gotta stop calling her a bitch because I don't really have a problem with her, but she's the bitch Lily. So me and Lily, I don't know why I thought that we became cool in 8th grade, but me and Lily ended up becoming cool in like the middle of 7th grade year. So me and Lily got cool, like we'll be talking and clowning and this and that, especially at band practice. And James would be around me and we would be clowning, and Lily kind of took a liking to James because, like I said, his personality, girls really flocked to like him just being funny, the person that he is. So Lily took a liking to him. Matter of fact, Lily had a boyfriend at that time. And I don't know who James was fucking with, but he was trying to get at Lily. So I remember we had this little, not a band competition, but like a band concert or whatever that we had to go to in Lafayette. And so after the competition, we went to the mall or whatever. And like me and James was cool, we was together. And so Lily was like by us, and she was like, oh, ha, ha, ha. She had this boyfriend that her mama did not want her with at the time. Her mama didn't like black people too much, and her mama was like, oh, da-da-da, tried to go do all kind of stuff, get that boy in trouble, talk about she was going to tell the cops that he raped her and all that. Her ex-boyfriend that she was still kind of talking to at the time, she was taking up a liking into James. So I was just kind of warning James. I'm like, okay, you talking to this bitch, but you better watch the fuck out, because look what this bitch trying to do to him. You better watch out for yourself. So, and then James, you know, was a black boy, dreads, like, come on. watch your fucking back. So them two was kind of like flirting or whatever. Fine by me. I really didn't give a fuck. I didn't really well, I talked to her other boyfriend. He was cool people, but I didn't talk to him that much. And I'm just like, whatever, James. Like, I kind of became like a wingman, and they started fucking around. So fine by me. I didn't give a fuck. So, you know, that would happen or whatever. And like I'm saying, me being a wingman, he would like ask me for help talking to her, and like I would do it for him because that was my fucking nigga. And at the same time, like, I started kind of falling back from him a little bit because I started realizing, like, okay, outside of school, me and him clown like just about every day after school. On the weekend, sometime he would come. Like, I got punished one time. He came sneaking a fucking window in the back, and we was like clowning, chilling, and like it was just that. Like, we was just friends. Like, and I don't believe in best friends, but back then, if I was to explain James was just like a fucking best friend. So James would ask me for help with her all the time. And like I said, I wasn't really allowed to have a phone back then, but I had this little burner phone that I would be on Wi-Fi with in the back. I never let my mama see that I had it. She didn't know I had it, so I always hid it. So I had this little burner phone, and like I said, I would be on the little text freak app or whatever, talking to my friends or whatever. And you know, yeah. So I was talking to this older boy at this time. This bitch is a fucking story time in himself. He's a bitch ass nigga. I don't fuck with him. I would never, ever, ever to this day fuck with him. He did me fucking very dirty. He's a fucking clown. And he should be in fucking jail. But he's a whole story time in his fucking self, bitch. And I done messed with other older people before, but that bitch was a fucking crazy person. Like, I'm not gonna say I regret it, but you know, because you know, everything is a learning lesson, but whatever. This is not about him. So I would be talking to him or whatever, and me and him would be like having problems or whatever, you know, relationship problems. And James would always tell me about, you know, advice about him and Lily, to help him with and Lily, whatever, with this and that, da da da. Like, sneak around, and I'm relaying messages to Lily because Lily would get punished because she was like on lockdown. How Lily was, she lived with her mama and daddy. Like, they had split custody of her. She would be 2 weeks to her mama, 2 weeks to her daddy. When she was with her mama, I would communicate with him. Like, he would communicate with her through me in that way or whatever. So I was like a part in their fucking relationship almost. And so anytime he needed help, I was fucking there. So I told him about this bitch ass nigga that I was talking to one time, and he was like, oh, talking to me, you know, just try to talk to him, blah, blah, blah. Helpful. One time after that, like, because I didn't really put nobody in my business, in my situation, and I'm talking with him about Lily or whatever, and I'm helping him out. And like, what, maybe the next day I'm stressing again about this bitch ass nigga, and I tell him, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And this nigga James really had the fucking audacity to text me, I don't fucking care. You don't fucking care, bitch ass nigga. And after all that fucking shit that I'm going through to help you and this bitch Lily the fuck out, and you gonna really play me like I'm some dumbass bitch? Like, I'm just gonna give, keep helping you, and you not giving a fuck, not trying to help me as a fucking friend? Nigga, fuck you. So then I just, like, oh, really? Duly noted. That's the type of fucking person I am. I'm just, alright, I got this one under the fucking belt. I understand, bitch. I understand the fucking type of friends we is now. And this nigga was like my fucking friend. Like, he would come sleep to my house one night. We had a dance at school, and the dances ended at like 11 o'clock. And he came sleep to my house. He couldn't get in touch with his daddy. So my mama didn't let boy sleep to our house. My mama just let him sleep. He was to my house all the fucking time, like 24/7. We was just cool like that. We was like, that's my fucking dog, like. But, you know, I'm starting to like, all right, fall back from this bitch a little bit. So, aside from Lily, on the weekends or whatever, I remember this was a Good Friday. Good Friday, I go walk to his grandmother's house, James' grandmother's house, because they was having something over there. And my mama was working the whole day. And I think my grandfather was cooking too. And my grandfather stayed like a few houses down from his grandmother. So we was just in that area. Everything was walking distance. Like we could have walked. It was like just the next block where his grandmother and my grandfather stayed. So we over there. And I'm like clowning or whatever with James. Now this when my stepsister come in. My stepsister, me and her used to be cool. Like she lived with us for a while and everything. She would always be at my house. I would be by her house. You know, we was just cool as fuck. So her and James kind of got a liking for each other. At the same time, James was fucking around with Lily. So I'm like, all right, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. So them two talking or whatever, flirting, whatever happened between them. They would talk on the phone all the time or whatever. And when she would be to my house, well, he was not when she would be to my house, because he was to my house all the fucking time anyways, even when she wouldn't know. So, but she was to my house more, and so he would be like, oh, I'm and he would be like, oh, I'm here to see her too. So it would be them two, and I'm like, At the same time, him and Lily at school all hugged up, like, booed the fuck up. And when he at my house, he all deep, like, with my fucking stepsister. So I'm just peeping at, and I told my stepsister about Lily, because I'm like, okay, this nigga so say in a relationship with Lily, and y'all or whatever together. I'm just letting her know, because that's my fucking stepsister, period. That been my fucking dog. So I let her know, and honestly, she didn't really care. She like, oh well, like I don't give a fuck Lily. Fuck Lily. So them two kept on kicking it or whatever. So I'm like, whatever, it don't matter, I don't give a fuck. I was kind of backing up from James a little bit, but me and James is still cool. I can't even front, because he was just funny. Like, I could be aggravated with him and not want to talk to him, but at the same time, like, he was so fucking funny. Like, we was always clowning together, like, because I'm a clown, like, I like clowning, so we would be clowning. So I remember one night, Lily was texting me about James. She was like, I don't think I could talk to him no more, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They was going through this or whatever, and she felt like he was talking to somebody else, another girl at school. And I'm like, whatever. I'm texting him, oh, she having problems with, she thinking this or whatever, like, whatever she would tell me, I would be like, oh, she think this, so you better tighten up or whatever. And I would tell her, no, he cool people, he don't do that, he wouldn't do that. Until James just started, like, even more so, like, it just started balling up. Like, me and him was very fucking cool, but he had friends that didn't fuck with me. And like I said, they would call me whitewash, and I didn't fuck with them either. And like, say, if they was to come sit at a table with me at lunch, I would get up and go somewhere fucking else, because I didn't fuck with them. And he would be cool with them. So I know they were running mouth about me or whatever. And I started realizing even more, like, okay, these bitches running mouth about me, but you sitting there, so bitch, what the fuck is you saying? So that's when I started realizing, people like James, you might be a fake ass bitch. You know, you might be a fake ass bitch. And then more and more, like, we would talk so much outside of school. And then when we would get to school, the only time we would talk was in band, because when we was in like lunch or whatever, he was talking to a whole different group of bitches, like other people, not just girls, but you know, whatever, bitches that didn't like me. So I'm like, oh, okay, starting to realize, yeah, James, you fake as fuck. So Lily come to me one night or whatever, and she like, complaining about James, telling me all kind of shit. And I'm like, well, James be coming to my house all the time, and him and my stepsister messing around. Yes, I fucking told her. And so the bitch Lily, instead of being a real bitch and being like, you know, whatever, I guess, I don't know, she could have fucking told him I told her anyways. I didn't give a fuck. So she ended up telling him that I told her that, and he come text me like, man, you fucked up for that, you down bad, you supposed to be my friend, why would you do that? And I'm like, oh the fuck well, I told her, I don't give a fuck, bitch. So me and him like kind of clashed because of that. But Him and Lily still ended up fucking around. I didn't really care. I backed the fuck up out of their little situation. When she was by her mama, they just wouldn't talk because I wasn't a fucking middleman no more. I didn't give a fuck about their situation. I didn't give a fuck about him and my stepsister's situation. Him and my stepsister had bigger situations too, and I would talk to her for him too. And it was just like, you know. So I just felt like James kept on doing some bitch shit, like stabbing me in the fucking back. Like, I'm down for you 100. Like, I'm fucking turning on my stepsister. Not really turning on her, but I'm lying to my stepsister for you and this and that at the end of the day. Because when she started really liking him, she started, you know, wanting him, okay, like, she started to give a fuck, like, oh, I don't want him, like, do he talk to Lily? And so I lied for him. I'm like, no. But yeah, bitch, you was still talking to fucking Lily. So I just kind of, like, fell the fuck back from James. But me and James was still so fucking cool. Like, me and James stayed cool, honestly. Like, me and him got into a little shit like that. But me and him stayed cool up until the fucking summer. Like, summer, James would still be by his grandmother. So he would come by my house or whatever. And we would chill or whatever. But once the school year came, he ended up switching schools. So he wasn't by his grandmother as much. He would stay by his house. And his house was like on the other side of town or whatever, so we really wouldn't see each other much. We wouldn't text as much. We wouldn't talk as much. Only time I would see him is like at family functions. And like I said, they're not really our blood family, but we like play cousins. So we went to their family functions. They came to ours, this and that. So yeah, we was cool with them like that, but that's it really between me and James. He was a big part of my life at that time because me and him was real good friends. And I feel like he fucking snaked me, so at the end of the day, bitch, I did you back one. But James ended up going to the same high school as me. He was older than me. He like failed a grade or whatever. He ended up graduating earlier. Me and him was in the same grade, the 7th grade, but he, I guess, skipped a grade. Ended up graduating earlier, and me and him in high school would see each other, but we never talked. We weren't friends. We didn't really fuck with each other. And that's it. Like, we weren't even internet friends because like the only thing we had each other on was Snapchat, and we wouldn't even talk. Like, we would watch each other's stories, and that's it. So he ended up graduating. I graduated. I had my graduation party. He ended up coming to my graduation party, by the way. And we talked then, but we still wasn't friends. It was just that. So that's James' fucking chapter. James, this is your tape. And that's it. That's a little side story on one of my friends, like in 7th grade, and that made me like really see like now even boys could be fucking snakes. Cause I feel like James, he wasn't really fake, but he kind of fucking did some fake like some bitch shit sometimes, you know, kind of tendencies that I didn't fuck with. And we were so close, like his grandmother and would be like, oh, y'all, I better not catch y'all doing nothing. But we wouldn't even like that. Like, it wasn't no like slick type of shit like, oh yeah, we sneaking around, da da da. No, we was really friends. Like, I felt like he was like my cousin, my friend. But yeah, it wasn't none of that. James, you was a good friend for the time being, but that's that. I washed my hands with James, and we didn't really fuck with each other after that, you know. So yeah, my next story is gonna be getting into 8th grade and really more so about this bitch Lily. And I just got close with Lily because Lily would lie so much, and I started feeling bad for this bitch. So I'm just letting y'all know, going on to these next story times, me really getting close with Lily, and Lily really telling me her personal business that I believed, that I came to figure out was fucking lies. So anyways, love y'all. See y'all in my next video, in the next story time. I'm probably gonna upload a different video before the next story time because I need to get back consistent with my channel. Look at my tan lines. Yeah, a bitch been fucking tanning. No, I've never been tanning, but I've been out in the sun a lot lately. So yeah, but I see y'all in the next video. And guess what? This shit about to get juicy than a motherfucker. Ugh, I didn't like that. That was lame. But this shit about to get booming. Period. See y'all in the next video. Bye.